Frankie. What are we doing?
We never did the deluxes.
I'm gonna leave.
Here we are again. We didn't hate all the Annies.
No.
But we remember hating them all.
We actually liked some of them.
None of them impressed enough to be memorable.
Yeah.
Like, it could be really easy to confuse them with other brands that we've had.
Sure.
Whereas, I'm just gonna suck the butt of Cracker Barrel.
Is this its butt?
When you have a memorable Mac, you have a memorable Mac.
People are going to think we are such shills for Kraft.
We're not. We don't have a dime. We don't have a pot to piss in.
Yeah.
Or a nickel to throw into it.
Sure, that's right. Whatever that expression is.
A window to throw it out.
Oh, that's right. Very good, Nina.
Thank God she was here.
Yeah.
Can you imagine them at home screaming at the television?
No, it's not criminy Dutch, it's criminy Dutch. You know, the people like that who know the things for some reason. We got 3 Macs here, Frankie. This one I'm especially unexcited about, so we'll leave that one for last. Elbows and 4 cheese sauce. That's in a 10-ounce box, which is pretty small for a box of deluxe.
Their aged cheddar one was actually their best one.
That's right.
I've had it at home a couple of times just to make sure. And it really isn't that great, but it's fine.
This is an 11-ounce package. And then we've got this one, which I am particularly unexcited about. Gluten-free deluxe.
Yeah, have we ever had a gluten-free deluxe?
I don't think we ever have. I'm gonna open that box, Frankie, and I'm gonna sign the same exact pasta that I have found in every single gluten mac.
Stringy crap. There was one gluten-free that I liked.
Yeah.
And it happened to be dairy-free as well.
Yes.
And it was the Daya.
The Daya one.
I gotta say Daya cheese. Nina makes me a grilled cheese on sourdough.
Oh, I bet
with
it's
the
just
Daya.
as good.
You wouldn't know the difference.
Yeah.
We use Daya cheese on pizza.
Yeah. They make a mozzarella-like cheese?
Yeah, it's awesome. We can finally share food together.
That's really cool. Sharing in a meal is such a kind of central and human experience. When you can't enjoy a pizza together.
Yes.
There's something
I agree.
lost
I
there.
agree. Sometimes we gotta run up to the city to get the really good stuff. But
Yeah, gotta go to Whole Foods.
Right. Or a fancy restaurant. Like there's this Veggie Galaxy in Boston.
Yep.
There's also the one I actually preferred to that was the Red Lentil in Boston.
Ooh.
Oh, do you? Because we were like, I think we're in EJ Town right now. We should go say hello to the masses. We'll make plans after the show.
Yeah.
I think on that show you said gluten-free and dairy-free, that's to be avoided. Turns out it actually was the best gluten-free I've ever had. Sometimes weird things happen. Remember the time that we had low sodium from HAB and it was the best of the
really
batch?
good.
You never know. Sometimes you take something away and it actually adds something. Less is more, as they say in theater.
Oh, God.
Open the Macs.
All right. This is $5. Dun, 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 dun. The most expensive box of macaroni and cheese we've ever had on the show. So look, EJ.
Yeah.
Same crap noodle. Oh, don't noodle it unnoodled. When I was a kid, I actually used to do that with spaghetti. I'd take uncooked spaghetti and eat it.
I ate shells with my hands. I thought it was finger food. They'd be having tomato sauce. I'm like, ew, no, keep that off.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have it just be boiled pasta. I'll eat it with my hands. And I thought it was delicious. And then I remember we were playing Scattergories one time. Remember that game Scattergories?
Sure.
Write down or draw something that was in a category.
Yeah.
Does anyone remember what I'm talking about?
I do.
A letter comes up on the dice, and there's all these categories. And you think of a word for each that starts with that letter. But your answer can't be like anyone else's.
Beginning with R, farm animals.
They said finger food, and I put shells in there. And my whole family laughed at me, and I didn't understand why. And I live with it to this day.
Do they still bring it up?
No, I don't think they remember it. They'll probably see this episode and be like, we did? That's how trauma works.
Yes. Tiny pot.
TP. Oh, no!
My bunghole will not wait. Bunghole.
4 cheese sauce. Very basic elbow pasta. Nice big elbows.
I've kind of retried the dry version of this.
Yeah.
It's a good shell, albeit a bit small, with a nice cheese. Actually, you know what? Whenever I have it, it always feels like there was too little. Bernie was Annie's pet Dutch rabbit. When she started the company, Annie chose him to be our official rabbit of approval.
Rabbit of approval?
Representing the simplicity, care, and goodness in all of our products. Bye for now, Annie. We thought that meant she was dead. She was not dead.
She was not dead. So what's the recipe on yours?
Bacon cheeseburger stovetop casserole.
This one is gluten-free lasagna. How do you make gluten-free lasagna? This one is Italian elbows with turkey, sausage, peppers, and onions, which actually sounds pretty good. I left them alone for a minute, and look at this. This is always happens with these damn rice pastas.
Watch out when he comes by. Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic, he can really move. Sonic, he's got an attitude. Sonic, he's the fastest thing alive. It's a pretty good theme song.
It is.
Is that the
Sad AM?
Yeah, Sad AM one.
Don't doubt what he can do. Sonic the Hedgehog.
There was two of them.
Yep. Well, I quite like the other one too, don't get me wrong.
Why were there two?
Two different networks made them.
Sega was just
ABC.
licensed off the show to anybody who wanted it, basically?
Yeah, the Fox one did Monday through Friday, and the other one did Saturday mornings, and they were completely not in the same continuity, but both Sonics were voiced by Jaleel White.
That's bizarre.
Yeah.
Imagine the contract complexity that must have been in that.
Sad AM was kind of a little dark, and Robotnik was very menacing.
It warms the cockles of my heart. It just makes me tingle all over.
That's the guy. Do you like that song from Anastasia? In the dark of the night,
love that
terror
song.
will find you.
Favorites.
Revenge will be sweet when the curse is complete.
Come, my minions, rise for your master. Let your rival shine in the dark of the shipping line.
So, a lot of people think that Christopher Lloyd does the singing in that. He does the voice of the character,
Yeah.
yes. But the guy singing, that's Robotnik's voice from Saturday.
Is it really?
You can totally tell. Terror's the least I can do. That guy.
Terror's the least I can do. Activate laser cannon.
So that whole movie, Anastasia, is a rotoscope movie, almost all of it. And there's a making of featurette in which you can actually see the live action shots. People dressed up in beautiful costumes for the animatics. You only get to see a little bit of it. I would love to see the live version of In the Dark of the Night. So if you happen to have a copy of that, if you happen to work on that movie and stole a copy out of the thing, send it to me, and I'll send you $20.
You ever love a song and you start looking for covers of it?
Yeah.
All I could find, a middle school production of Anastasia. I think it's a girl playing Rasputin.
How did you do?
In the dark of the night, I was tossing and turning.
I kind of want to see it now. You're going to cut it in here? It's nowhere near done, the rice pasta.
No one likes you, Annie. Actually, everybody does, except for us.
Except for us. We need to get someone who loves Annie's. Like, really is a diehard Annie's fan. Bring them on the show and help them see the light.
Do you think maybe what's going on is they actually don't really eat any other mac and cheese, these people?
I think that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, they could make that case against us, where they're like, you guys eat so poorly, so routinely.
It's not like this is any better for you. It's just blander for you.
Or you eat what? You eat more chemical-based cheese. You don't know what cheese really tastes
This
like.
is not organic. The difference between Annie's and Cracker Barrel, not much difference. I mean, they're both made by big corporations now. I'm sure that Annie's has been cost reduced down.
You know what Annie's reminds me of?
What?
Apple. You start out sort of the small guy, altruistic, everything you do is, but really, behind the scenes, you're an evil corporation.
Oh, it looks bad, Frankie.
Ew, because it has that kind of like, as if air got into it.
Not much of it either. Look, that's it.
And look, not a lot of pasta either.
Looking like a lot of pasta with a little bit of cheese, EJ. We just came off of a Horizon one that was really subpar to me.
Right. Like, what if Horizons comes out tomorrow with like a shaped one or something? We just skip it, right?
Yeah, I think we've got the basic idea. The cheese sauce looks pretty identical. That's the aged cheddar.
Wow.
Ghostly white.
Gandalf the White.
Yes, Gandalf the white.
The aged cheddar one does look the best. Looks fine to me. Looks actually kind of exciting. Looks cheesier than their dried version.
That one needs a little more mixing if you would be so kind, Frankie.
He's big with that faucet head.
Oh, I love it. I thoroughly researched it, and let me tell you, it's the best. Because you never want to use your sprayer otherwise.
I wiped up that cheese with dry paper. If you got a problem with that, stop wiping your butt with dry paper.
You seriously, use a bidet, people. What are you, raised in a bond? Everyone should use bidets.
Why don't you talk about it while we serve the food?
No, I poop too much.
It's environmentally so much better.
What happens if you have to go at work? You don't go. I know you.
Right.
You wait till you get home.
Some days, on rare days, I've been known to leave work early to go home to go to poop.
So gluten-free to start with.
Super white, looks kind of weird. The cheese looks okay.
Go for Daya. It tastes like Annie's cheese. I'm getting to know it now. Look at how it clumps all together. Look at that.
I don't like it one bit. The cheese is lousy.
I guess if I had a gluten sensitivity, it'd be okay. Okay, it sucks. We knew that.
The pasta is actually fine for gluten-free pasta.
I think the cheese is better than any one of the cheeses that was that Horizons had.
Yes, I agree.
For cheese.
For cheese, let's give this a go.
Cheese. There's no reason this should be bad at all. This should be an excellent mac and cheese.
Great sniff to it. Pretty good.
Yeah. Toned down.
It's got a little bit of sharpness in it. Good cheese flavor, though.
Yeah, I like
are
it.
fine, nothing spectacular in the noodle, but it's good.
4 cheese, you taste all 4 of those cheeses?
No, so I'm getting a very sharp note and kind of a blue cheese kind of note.
And finally, real aged cheddar. I actually like the 4 cheese better.
Me too. Again, subtle cheese flavor, but not bad. Way better than Horizon, for example. Not as good as any of the Kraft offerings.
I'd eat this.
Yeah.
You know what would help it a lot? Either a little more salt,
Yep.
or like maybe a hot dog.
Yes. Honestly, 2 out of 3 of these weren't bad.
So baby, you can cry all night.
There are better options out there for less money. If these were $2 a box, this one in particular might be a contender. I like the pasta, actually. I like that it has a little more bite to it. We kind of are used to in macaroni and cheese pasta to it just being a big mushy lump.
The cheddar has way better pasta than 4 cheese does.
Yeah.
The 4 cheese has a better cheese sauce.
Yep. Frankie, very exciting show coming. 2 big supermarket chains, Meijer and Kroger. Kroger, is that what it is?
Yeah.
We're gonna put some of those Macs head to head, see who wins next time on BoxMac. I don't think the camera got you.
I don't want it.
Well, that was the last of Annie's, but go back and see the dry prep versions of the same Mac. And then go even worse than Annie's and relive the Horizons experience. Kroger and Meijer next time. Eat fresh.
Dough, a deer, a
Female deer, ray,
a drop of golden sun.
I always thought it was a pocket full of sun. A drop of golden makes a lot more sense. Let's go with that. A drop of golden sun.
Me, a name I call myself. Far, a long, long way to run.
I always thought it was very Massachusetts. So, a needle pulling thread. We can stop anytime. La, a note to follow, so.
Tea, a drink with jam and bread.
And that brings us back to do, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. I think the audio test is over.
Re, fa, fa, mi, fa, fa, re, li,
Yes, that's a great part of that song that nobody ever sings.
Yes. When you know the notes to sing, mi, fa, fa,
I
ra, ti, ti.
wish we could like actually.
Do you want to come over and watch Sound of Music on Blu-ray with me? This is awesome.
I've never seen it on Blu-ray.
Really?
Yeah.